All right. Well, welcome. Um, I've never done anything really like this before, but I figured I'd give this a shot. Um, well, my name is 24K Brown Magic. A lot of you call me 24K. A lot of you call me AJ. I always thought that Minecraft was a very therapeutic experience in itself, just by playing it. And it can be really relaxing with the ambient sounds and the music. And that's why I decided to start a Minecraft podcast, a Minecast, if you will. Um, it's based around mental health and emotional health. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess for the first time, welcome to Don't Forget to Eat. It's really synonymous with mental health and emotional health because you really shouldn't forget to eat. When you forget to eat, your mental health takes a toll, your physical health takes a toll, which can also take a toll on your emotional health. It's bad to not eat. That's why a lot of times people say, hey, just eat something, drink something, eat something, you'll feel better. And it's true, you do feel better. And it's the same thing with Minecraft. When you are low on health in Minecraft, what do? You eat some pork chops, eat some steaks. I'm guilty of giving myself. I gave myself like 3 stacks of pork chop and 3 stacks of steak. My goal with this series isn't to be 100% survivalist, 100% full on survival, hardcore survival. No, I gave myself the food because I can't forget to eat, or else we're gonna die in here. I mean, you probably die anyways. That's just my luck in video games. But I figured what I would do is just not have to worry about the eating aspect, and we're just gonna talk and experience Minecraft together. And as you can see, I've got some shaders running right now, really beautiful shaders. And it just really adds to the ambience and the beauty of what this game already is. And I'm sorry, guys, my inventory management is not very good. It's terrible, and I'm still learning. So you'll see me mess up a lot. You'll see me mess up a lot of builds and trying to figure things out, but I'm getting there. But anyways, back to what this is all about. You know, when it comes to mental and emotional health, it's my mental health has taken a toll over the years. Haven't been the greatest to myself, and I forgot how loud this music got. I think I ended up turning it down eventually here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of chomping away and was just thinking about what I wanted to say. And honestly, I've already forgot about what I wanted to say. Oh, here we go. I think I realized the music got a little too, crazy. But man, just look at that. Even seeing this a third, fourth, fifth time, it's just, look how gorgeous that is. Not not me, but just there's always light, and there's always going to be light. And I think that's really important to remember when it comes to mental health and emotional health and ourselves. Is just a lot of times we forget that. I'm guilty of it. I always feel like I'm in the dark, and I feel like that's where I belong sometimes. And I have to remember that it's not. I don't belong there, and neither do you. there's always going to be light, and there are going to be a lot of times where things get dark and the road is unclear, and we're not sure about our futures, and we're stuck in the past, and that's okay. That happens. But eventually that little bit of hope pokes through, and you got to really hold on to that, as hard as it is. And I guess the biggest thing about this whole Minecast is I want to expand on that. I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to my friends about their mental health and what's gotten them through some of their darkest days. Some of them may not be through the darkest days. I know sometimes I'm not. But there are little things that help us cope and help us get through the rough patches. And that's what this is going to be about. I want to invite my friends to go on this little Minecraft journey with me. And hopefully by the end of every episode, that guest that I've brought on, along with myself, will have built something together that we can look at and just say, I'm proud. It's really hard as somebody who suffers from any sort of mental and emotional health issues to be proud of yourself about things. And so why not do it here? I think at this moment I got really excited because there was iron and I wasn't really expecting it. Anyways, back on the talk here, at the end of each episode, at the end of every Don't Forget to Eat episode, me and the guest, I want to build something, and just we can share that moment together and be like, look at what we did. We did this, It was a combined effort. Not only did we talk about, or did I help you get through something, or did we help you get through something, or just help you feel like you're not alone, but we did this together. We built this. I think that's something beautiful in itself and can contribute to a better mental and emotional well-being. For those of you who know me, and here I go, just looking at how beautiful this is, and I think I realized that's a spider or something there at the end, but I just said nope. I'm a streamer. I stream on Twitch and maybe other platforms along the line. We'll see how this series goes, along with just revamping my YouTube content. But I'm a streamer. I'm a musician. I write music. I sing. I've done a lot of really, really awesome things that I think a lot of people have just congratulated me on and told me it was amazing, that I've kind of just let go because I don't give myself the credit that I should. And streaming and content creation took a really big mental toll on me, and I took a very much needed break, and I came back with a mindset after oh no, forgot that happened. I think this might have been one of my scariest moments of the night. I forgot I picked up these bones, and then I just saw some random bones and this dog. And I think this was really cool too, because being that this is my first time ever doing something like this, and I happened to come across this wolf, I think I decided to name him Bartholomew. I don't know how that's going to be spelled, but Bartholomew and I became really good friends throughout this whole recording. So he definitely saved me a few times. I think this was actually one of these moments where I was actually kind of freaking out, thinking like, I forgot that there is a very big survival aspect to this game, especially at night. And he hit my dog, and I said nope, and I just go on the hunt. Bartholomew was ready to get his get his couple bites in there too, but you know, I made sure to give him a couple more bones and treats and be on his way. But yeah, streaming took a big toll on me. There was always this expectation, I guess, I had with myself that, like, with all the big things that I have accomplished, it would bring me this massive amount of success and fame, and it never happened. And I let myself down because I let myself get to that mindset, and I forgot why I do this all in the first place. The real reason why I did any of this in the first place was, let's just kill this zombie real quick. The biggest thing was just building community and doing something I love. And yeah, sure, I mean, every content creator and everybody who does this and does this full time, or who's had the opportunity to do this full time and live by doing this full time, yeah, there's income and money and stuff. But that kind of contributed to the whole mental downfall I had. Creeper, yeah, I think we need to go the other way. And I was just like, how am I gonna do this? And I found my way out. But I took a big break, and I came back, and I had this refreshed mindset that, like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on the things that make me happy, and the things that I know bring happiness to others, and that's music. I've always been a musician first, and music has always been the one thing that I have that I can just rely on to make myself happy, to make others happy. And to be honest, I miss having the love of performing for people. I think at that point I didn't want to kill that sheep, but I did because I needed to get some pork chops for the puppo, for Bartholomew. And then eventually I start freaking out because I'm like, dang, I can't find any sheep at all. But we'll get to that point. When I came back to content creating, which is about a couple weeks ago, I had this awesome opportunity to open up for some friends who are on tour that I've had the honor and blessing of opening for their sold out show here in Phoenix, and 500 plus people coming to this show. And it really lit that fire that made me just remember why I do what I do, whether it's streaming and entertaining or music and singing for people. And it gave me this like mental clarity, and it really took a lot of that being on that stage. I'll put a link to the video, but I mean, being on that stage and hearing 500 plus people singing songs back to me made me remember why I did what I did in the first place and set out in content creation. And it helped my mental just by doing something that I loved and feeling that feeling again. And that's basically how we got to this point of, you know, being here with this MINECAST and these ideas of helping people with their mental health and their emotional health and well-being, because that's important to me. It's important to me that my friends and my community are feeling their best, because there have been times where I felt extremely low, hence taking this break from streaming and content creation and music. And now I'm back with this better clarity of like what I want to do and how I want to achieve my goals. And hopefully when I talk about these things and how I plan to achieve my goals, it'll help you figure out how you want to achieve yours as well, or maybe give you guys steps in what it is that you want to do and how you can get past these mental and emotional blocks and obstacles. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other grow and here to help each other thrive. And that's what the 24K Entourage has always been about, was just helping each other build each other up. And that was a big part of my life, and where it all went wrong, I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. But I'm sure that when I do figure it out, I'll tell you guys, and I'll let you guys know. Look at me zooming through here again. Look at the lights. Me and Bartholomew finally made it through the night, and now I'm just trying to find anywhere that has sheep. I think this is where I just start looking around. I'm like, I need some sheep. We need wool. We need to make a house and make a bed so we can make it through the night faster. And so now begins my frantic search of that, and also just trying to find a nice place to stay without dying. And here I go thinking to myself, don't forget to eat. Well, look at, gotta eat. Yeah, we're gonna pull out that food now. We're gonna eat. And I guess with that, I want to remind you guys, don't forget to eat. So if you haven't eaten today, or it's been a while, or you're due for a meal, a little snack, just munch on something. We've got ways to go to get through this little adventure together, but we're gonna get through it. And I don't want you guys to be hungry throughout this. Make sure to drink some water, stand up, pause this if you need to, stand up, stretch. We're gonna make it through this little journey together, me, you, and Bartholomew, and eventually whoever else we decide to bring on our little quest of mental clarity and mental and emotional well-being. When I say emotional well-being as well, you're just making sure that we're not all completely numb to everything going on around us. It's good to feel something. It's good to have your emotions in check as well. So some of us, I know definitely when I've gone through some very mentally rough situations, I've gone completely numb, and it's emotionally disturbed me. It's emotionally hurt, made my emotions all out of whack, where I'm numb to everything. And I tell you, sometimes it's just better to feel something than nothing at all. And it really, a good cry is worth it than sitting there staring at a wall wondering why you can't. And if you ever need somebody to talk to, reach out to your friends. Oh, look, I think I start getting excited. I'm like, oh, we got sheep. I hear them. So I start going to try and take these sheep out, and I'm sure there are better ways to do this, and not using a pickaxe. But I'm sorry, Minecraft universe, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna learn. We're gonna learn together. But I'm making it through. Me, you, and Bartholomew. I feel like that's gonna catch on and be a thing. Me, you, and Bartholomew. Bartholomew? Mule? I don't know. And here I am just shaking my head at myself. Now I'm just sad because I just killed some sheep and I didn't want to have to do that. But we're we're gonna make it through. One of the biggest things that also make me happy are just my friends and my family. And I realized that during a lot of my depressive bouts, my mental bouts, I've pushed away the people that I love. And it wasn't until letting those people in, and maybe not having to explain my mental to them and my emotional case to them, but just being there in their presence and not having to say anything at all, I think was always the best with me and my friends and my family. Is that they know something's up, or they know I'm not 100% okay, but do they have to know all the details? No. Do they want to know that I'm going to be okay? Of course. Is there anything they can do to fix it at that moment? No, probably not. If there is, I'm sure that they would do it, but most likely there's not anything that's going to just get us through this, right? So just having that company and just spending that time with people, doing nothing together, that's a thing. I like being in a Discord call with my best friends and not having to say much at all until the a situation rises where there's something to be said, and it's, for a moment, it's, you know, something or nothing, or it's hilarious for the rest of the time we're in Discord, for the hours on end that we spend there together talking and hanging out. Like, these little things, I guess, as much as you don't want to do it, it's probably good to just find somebody to do nothing with. It's a good start. I think at this moment I had realized I cut down all these trees, and now I'm trying to figure out how to make a boat. And I remember I was like trying to figure it out. I'm like, is this how you do it? No, that's not how you do it either. And I'm like, I know I could just look it up, but I wanted to try and remember. I'm like, maybe this is a boat. No, that's a bowl. Boom, we made a boat. So now we just, and I get in and I'm like, okay, but then Bartholomew is just sitting there looking at me, and I'm like, oh no, can I get him in there? I don't know how to get him in. I'm like trying to figure out how to get out of the boat. Now I don't know how to get out of the boat. I'm just placing torches, hitting things. There we go. We did it. Let's take our little crafting box with us. Is that what it's called? Craft bench? Workbench? I don't know. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay, maybe Bartholomew just like follows. He just jump across water. So I'm looking around and I don't see him, and then boom, oh, it works. Okay, Bartholomew is with us. And so now I'm just trying to find a good place to just start my journey, my adventure. Myself, my dog, you guys. And I see this like big mountain, and I'm like, perfect. You're gonna have stone. There's probably gonna be caves over there. There's a lot of trees. We're gonna make our way over that way. And I love how the music started getting real hopeful. And then I get out and I realize, let me grab my boat, and I realize, where is Bartholomew? And I started freaking out. I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, okay, I can't find my dog. My dog is left on another island somewhere. I'm like, maybe if I run, he'll appear. Nope, he's not anywhere nearby. So I quickly pull out my boat because I'm not doing this without Bartholomew. He's already saved my life more than once. So I start moving, and then I turn around and look at that. It's my puppy. He just needed a little time to find his way. My little doggy needed just a little time to find his way. Now that I think about it, don't we all need a little time to find our way? Eventually, you know, the good things come, and it just takes time. And look at this little canyon I found. I thought this was so awesome. I look, and there's like a cave here. I think I try to get a little closer. That hurts. And I just looked down there, and I just thought to myself, whoa, that's going to be so awesome exploring. But, you know, now how do we find our way back up? And Bartholomew's just got his head turned, looking at me all sideways. But I think I decided, I was starting to get, the sun's starting to come down. This is where I'm going to build my house. And so this is where I decided to make my place of living, my temporary place of living. I mean, who knows? It could be my forever home, me and Bartholomew and you. But going back to what I was saying earlier, you know, just like it took a little time for Bartholomew to find his way, maybe it'll take a little time for us to find our way too. And that's okay. If it takes time, it takes time. I'm here regardless. I'm here for the ride. And I hope you guys are too. I think at this point I started to try and figure out how I'm going to build this little home. I mean, all I knew I wanted in it was the crafting table and a bed and a door. So don't mind me as I try and just figure this out. I guess there's a lot of things I'm trying to figure out, right? Aren't we all? I'm sorry if I say that a lot too. Aren't we all? I feel like that's pretty cliche, but it's the truth, and I'm willing to admit it. I know there's also faster ways to build it. Listen, guys, mind your business, all right? I'm joking. So now I'm just sitting here like, this is just a terrible way to make this house, but you know, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it together. So I start cutting down some more trees. And anyways, back to what we originally set out to talk about. You know, with this being the first episode and stuff, I definitely want to hear what you guys are wanting out of a series like this. And if any of you have made it this far, please, in the comments below, tell me what it is that you want to see out of something like this. What do you want to see more of? What do you hope comes out of a series like this? And I want to try and bring it to you. I want to try and create that for you. I hope that a lot of you have made it this far and haven't got annoyed at my voice. I'm pretty annoyed at listening to myself sometimes. It's very common in musicians, I think. I start freaking out right here. I'm like, oh no. And then Bartholomew just jumps through the window, and I didn't even know that was possible. So I'm like, oh no. I hear a zombie, and he's just like, I'm gonna go out and get myself some fresh food. So I start placing everything down. I'm trying to figure out like what's the bed. So now I'm trying to figure out how to make a bed. I'm like, is it like this? So I'm trying to make a bed based off of what they look like, and I can't figure it out for the life of me. I wasn't sure if it was because I didn't have enough of the same color wool, and eventually I just look at the book and figure out how to make the bed. And I mean, I guess I'll just give you the next few moments to figure out that I do know how to do it. I had enough. So yeah, we were able to make the bed and go to sleep. Okay, so if you guys are able to just post in the comments what it is that you would like to see out of this whole series, please let me know. You can also just let me know on social media. And if you haven't by now, it would mean the world to me if you could just smash that subscribe button, that like button, and share it. You know, all those usual YouTuber things. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But it would mean the world to me. And, you know, if not, that's okay. Totally fine. So at this point, I'm just trying to figure out how to make a door. And I think I remember something like this. Yep. And I figure it out. I just figure out where I want to place this door. I think I wanted to walk out to the creek. I thought that was the best idea. I try and think about it. I go back and forth. I'm like, and I decide this is where I'm going to put the door. I think that in any given situation in real life, if I were to open my front door of my house, I would love to have running water and just like an ocean or like a lake or like a waterfall right in front of me. I think it would be the most beautiful thing. And so, and of course, Bartholomew needs no doors. He just goes through the window. Oh, what a goofy dog. I love him though. We're going to have a hopefully long, illustrious relationship, Bartholomew and I. Give him some pork chops. He's a good boy. You can't forget to eat too, you know. Our dog's mental and emotional health matters as well. And with that, guys, another food check. Just make sure you guys don't forget to eat. Drink some water. There's plenty of water around me right now, as you can see. So that gave me the idea to tell you that. I started making a shovel. I think it's because I see the sand over up at the top right. And I wanted to make some glass eventually. I don't know what it was I was trying to make here. What was I doing? Oh, I'm trying to make chests. That's what it was. Yes. I'm learning. I'm remembering, guys. Again, I'm sorry, my inventory management is not the greatest, but we make do. So I put my stuff here. Bartholomew just jumps through the window again. All good and gravy. We just keep on trucking. How are you guys? How are you feeling today? And be honest, be honest. If you don't want to be honest, it's okay. I want to make sure you're all taken care of too. I can tell you right now that after seeing my inventory management right now, it's definitely seen some better days, but hopefully by the end of this series, if this series ever does come to an end, we'll see some better inventory management. I started grabbing some sand here, and it's just a mess. It's just an absolute mess. Oh man, just look how I gather the sand. I already hear the heaps of Minecraft fans just going, what are you doing? Oh no, 24K, stop. But hey, you know what? We're learning. I promise I don't leave it like this either. I think eventually at this point I decided I wanted to just go and try and figure out how I want to get some stone, some cobblestone. And I remember this. I go to try and just take a look. Let's see. I'm not going to get too close. I'm not going to fall off. And I forgot what the key was to make sure I don't fall off the side of a block here. And as I go to take a closer look, well, I'm sure you can figure out. Oh man, that hurts immediately. Oh no. But I'm seeing some stuff. I'm seeing some iron, and I make my way to that. I couldn't eat because I was already full. And Bartholomew starts hurting himself, and so at this point I start to get real sad. I start to feel like he's a real dog, and I have two puppies of my own, Nico and Anakin. Nico is an Italian Greyhound, and Anakin is a mini Aussie. And when I hear them get hurt, it breaks my heart. So every time I hear Bartholomew start, right there. See, I don't know what was hurting him. I couldn't figure it out, but he was still alive. So I kept on going. And I think at this point I'm like, okay, no, I can't I don't know what's hurting him. I need to figure it out. So I couldn't find him. And then I see he's stuck. He's just trying to swim. He's like in this current. And so I try and build him a way out. I'm trying everything. I'm like, how do I do this? So I block the water off. No, I'm getting stuck in this current, and I don't want Bartholomew to die. So I'm trying. Now at this point, my mental and emotional health and my stress level is just rising. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? But he makes it out, and he goes up, and I'm just like, good boy. So I just tell him to sit. You're not going anywhere. You're staying right there. And yeah, we continue on with this journey, and I try and get this iron and whatever else is in here. So I asked you guys how you were doing, and it was kind of just like an easier way for me to get into talking about how I'm doing as well. I think it's important to speak about your emotions and your mental. And to be honest, for a while I wasn't doing very good. After this mental awakening that I've had, this passion of mine, that a fire has just been lit and my passion's been reborn. I've been feeling better about everything. I'm not going to say I'm 100%, but I've been feeling better. But even before then, I was just struggling, and it was hard. And eventually I kind of found my groove in my distraction, which was video games with my friends and just spending time with my family. I think that's really important, is if you have people that you feel comfortable with. It doesn't even have to be anybody. I mean, you don't have to do anything. You can do a whole lot of nothing with somebody, as long as you just feel comfortable with somebody to the point where like you can just sit back and just be you unapologetically, without anybody telling you you're being too much of this, you're being too this or too that. And find that person. And if you don't have that person's gonna come, I promise. We're not all completely lost. There's always hope. There's always light. And I really want you guys to take that away from, this series, is that hope is there. Hope is real. You can and you will find that reason to smile again, to laugh again, to enjoy just being. It's hard to get to that point, and I'm not completely there yet, but I'm gonna find my way back. And I'm happy to say that I have been finding little bits of enjoyment in things. My niece and nephew, spending time with them, my niece and my nephews, spending time with them, seeing them, their faces, really gives me a reason to keep going. My dogs, you guys. I mean, you guys are a very big reason of why I do what I do and who I am and who I've become. And I hope that you guys can find that reason for yourselves too. Find what makes you you. Is it your pal? Oh no, not by Bartholomew. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, he's gonna make his way back up, and he does. But what makes you you? What makes you happy? What makes you smile? What are the things that you enjoy doing? And as we near the end of this whole first episode, think about that. And when we come back, I want to know what it is that you guys enjoy doing. Tweet it to me. Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the next video. Whatever it is. Tell me what your passion is. What is it that drives you? What is it that you enjoy doing, that you have fun doing, that distracts you from everything going on? I want to know these things. I really do. I want to know about you. And throughout this series, you guys are going to get to know about me and my friends and the people I have on this show. There goes Bartholomew throwing himself off the cliff there. I think at this point it's time to just go to bed. So with that being said, guys, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm going to say it a lot of times throughout this series, but don't forget to eat.